Hey everybody, what's happening? This is Jeeves here at the Avocado Show, live on Twitch, but not live if you're watching this on YouTube. But if you ever want to join us live here and have some fun with the Wheel of Cheese or the donos or the dono makeups or all just the madness that happens here while it's live, you got the link right below in the description box. And you can hang with us. If not, you know, we love having you drop by YouTube, leave your comments and stuff like that. And this is the Avocado Show. So today is a makeup day from yesterday. I had so many dono boosts, thankfully so. Mahalo, everybody. I also want to thank the mods that show up every day that are here in-house. Right now I got Turnip. 1 a.m. is beating up patty cakes right now, so I don't know where they are. Double A will probably slide in a little bit later. And yeah, no. 1 a.m., you know, that whole one day. And then, of course, Snake. Who knows where Snake is? Snake is riding his motorcycle a lot lately. He's got a new new motorcycle, and he bzz around there. So, anyhow, so let's just get right to it. The first couple of tracks that I'm going to be doing actually are coming from Patreon, because, you know, I have the Patreon, and I have members over there, and I've been a little remiss of like, oh, I keep on saying, yeah, I'm going to do, and I keep on forgetting. So I got 2 tracks coming from them first on that side. Then we're going to jump into our dono makeup. I know he was destroying my internet yesterday. There he is. Snake is playing Pope. Oh, Poe. I was thinking, how could Snake be playing Pope? Spiritu Sancti, melancholy baby, oi. I don't know. I'm just saying. So stupid. Come on. I get Pope Snake. Well, we're going to change the name. All right, guys. I'm going to start off with the first track here, coming in from our Patreon member, Chris. Chris, we're going to be doing a song for Chris, which is, well, let's start this off with some good, wholesome rock and roll metal. Or more rock. I don't know. You guys tell me. Creed. The name of the track is My Sacrifice. So let's do this. You guys ready? All right. Oh, I remember this song. I got to throw a little bit of a metal riffy thing in there just to, you know, play into the darkness. I always liked the chords that they used in their tracks when I would hear it. I guess positive metal. And did I hear right one time that they were like kind of worship metal, worship rock or something like that? Or did I just release the Kraken and I'm going to get creamed in the comments for saying that?
Sacrifice.
When did this originally release? Throwing in some of the darker, like that riff earlier in there, that was a little odd chord right there. Kind of brings some of the darkness into it. Oh my God, that phase shifter guitar, clean guitar in the back. Very swimmy. Some effect on his voice, like a doubling of sorts. You know, I was listening to this and I was going, why does it sound like Alter Bridge? But you guys made that connection. I don't know why. They dropped in a little cashmere there just because. So you guys, somebody made the alignment or said something about this being a reference to how Alter Bridge came about. And so enlighten me on that one. Is that because a band member was part of this at one point, or was this an instigation of a genre flip? Or something like that, like they came out and it kind of opened the door to similar, because it does. There are some things about this where I go, oh, now that you think about it, yeah, there is some Alter Bridge vibe. Except this singer doesn't seem to have the kind of range that Kennedy does. That guy's voice is just beyond glory. Oh, really? 3/4? Oh, I didn't know that. You see, I learned something new every time. Because I remember hearing, first of all, the track was really well produced, but it has that kind of open chord, positive vibe, you know? And then in my mind, I started thinking, oh yeah, I think they were considered worship or something at one point. And the one thing I know about that genre of music, the spiritual music, let's just keep it straight like that, is that a lot of open chord work or a lot of pedaling notes go through a lot of chord changes when it comes to that particular style of music. And so albeit the tunings or selecting particular chords that might have the B ringing out or the E ringing out or something in a constant in the kind of voicings in the chords, you know, also that leaves it really open for what I would consider a very mellow melody to kind of shine a little more. You know, that's just, you know, the way I look at it and stuff. And then, but what was kind of fun to listen to in the track was there was those overt drops of like slight hints of darkness. There one riff turn was like, ooh, they're gonna get a little metal. No, they brought on the sugar, and then they did a little bit of that cashmere feeling kind of vibe in there. But super hooky song, and apparently it was a big hit for them. Am I correct? Something like that. All right, let's do one more from my friends over at Patreon, and then we'll get into our Dono makeup session here. This next one is a band or an artist. I'm not too sure. The band is called, or the artist, Victoria, and the name of the song is Possibilia. You guys ever heard of that? So let's go with that one, and let's see what we have here from our friends over at Patreon. All right. Ooh, gonna get a little jazz out of this? I'm really digging the setup. Wow. What a beautiful lead guitar tone. Kind of a jazzy fusion progressive vibe here. That drummer, jeez. The rhythm guitar work in the background is just as badass. Great production. You know, though my ear just kind of dialed into it, there's no bass on this. This is unbelievable. Nice switch up. Calm it down for us normal folks, or common folk. The answer to your question, DR, is yes. I'm dumbfounded. That was it? That was absolutely mind-numbing. After listening to this, though, once again, I noticed there's no bass in that. And if it is, it's maybe they're relying on the guitar players, which is more than capable of handling a bass line, if you would. But who was the artist there? Was it the drummer or was it the guitar player? I mean, they were both so powerfully superb in their skill set, and that arrangement was incredible. I don't think I've ever heard anything quite like that when it would, if it literally is drummer and a guitar player having fun with, and then doing a couple of overdubs, you know, kind of a la Animals with Leaders, or Leaders with Animal. I forget the name of the duo of that gentleman that plays guitar. But, you know, there are groups out there that don't have bass because they'll have like 6/8 string, 45 string, you know, guitars and handle their own thing. But that was... The drumming was amazing. The guitar musicianship was amazing. But then the guitar arrangement was smoke in the city, for sure. that really kicked ass. So I'm pumped by that. I'm saving this to my personal playlist too. So thank you very much. All right, guys, let's go ahead now. We are officially starting our dono makeup. Please, no new donos today, no dono boosts. They will not get heard today because I've got to do this makeup here because that's what we do here on this dono makeup day. And excuse me. However, I will be spinning some cheesy when I get the opportunity. But right now, I want to dive right into our donos. So. Yeah, let me link this one here. Here you go, Jakin. Pew pew. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna double save this as well. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? Let's start making up from the donos. Let's start off here with the Rotten Soundgarden, Oranssi Pazuzu. Let me see what Rotten Soundgarden wants here for our makeup session here. The name of the band is Oranssi Pazuzu, and the name of the song is Bioalkemisti. And here we go. Hey, Jeeves and the Sunshine Band. Oranssi Pazuzu is a psychedelic black metal band from Finland. This song is from their 2024 album, which was on my top 10 albums of the year. Okay, well, if Rotten Soundgarden's bringing this into the house, then I'm sure it's rottenly wonderful. Sorry. Just ruined the whole vibe there. Oh, nice. Great production. Wow, this is dark. But it's musical. Oh, when you say black metal, though, there's like that synth element there, so I didn't know that was allowed into play. Wow, I'm really liking this. Dare I try closed caption? It doesn't even show up. What a great track. almost sounds like something that would work in the video game Doom, yeah? There's a little bit of the Who in there too, not WHO, but HU. Like right there. That kind of Mongolian throat singing. Trippy, macabre, super dissonant. You know what would be a great video for this? If they just had a hand and just full doom scrolling like TikTok. Because it gives you that feeling like you're just doom scrolling like hell. Social media vibe, you know? I don't know, that's where my brain went with it, sorry. Okay, without a doubt, yeah, when you said that black metal has a large tent, when I was going on, I didn't, because my opening statement was, when I think of black metal, I guess maybe because I have just such the most, not even elementary understanding of the history of black metal, but I think of the more raw, genuine, authentic, guitars just oversaturated the darkness. I mean, this represented darkness. But when I had said earlier, I didn't know they would allow synths to come in and play in the reindeer games. If you know what I'm talking about, there was the overtones and the different dynamics of having the darker synther sounds in there take more precedence than some of the chugginess that was going on there, especially that drum work, the way it was written and stuff like that. This was a brand new kind of element for me in the black metal journey, and I really freaking dug it. This thing sizzled like it was nobody's business. But it sounds, I guess this was released 3 months ago. So maybe this is, an ever-changing landscape of genres. This is just one of the many elements under the black metal tent. But I thought this was super badass. I really did. And there was musicality in it as well that I was able to pull from that I really enjoyed. Like when I said that Tuvian or that Mongolian throat kind of vibe going in there. I mean, there was a lot of heavy, dark stuff going on in there, but it was also engineered so well that it didn't turn into just some big, muddy puddle of darkness, if that's the best way to put it. Great call. Good. This stream too is starting off awful bold. Speaking of awful bold, in his presence here, always on our usual suspects in the stream, it snows in Australia. We are going to be doing some Dizzee Rascal, or if I read this correctly, the name of this track is called I Love You. The name of the artist is Dizzee Rascal. I said Dizzee, I'm sorry, but it's me. Go hit your bingo cards if you don't like it.
I love you. 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 I love you.
Oh, cut it out, DJ.
Yo, if a girl know where you say that's poor, some whore banging that you go, what for? Pregnant, what you talking about before? 15, she's underage, that's raw. And against law,
Clever.
5 years or more. Now she wants a score and a half hour draw. That's the kind of threat that you can't ignore. That whore got you pinned down to the floor, but she own foot, you said 3 magic words. When that's the one for the birds. When you said that, she forgot other words. It's over, you better start buying the prayers. There was no intention of her being wife. Now she knows this, she's ending your life. It's a real shame you got hacked by the whores. It's a shame that kid probably ain't yours. Yo, some bitch, you know, she keep calling my phone. She don't leave me alone.
I'm really enjoying the rhythmical approach on this.
That boy's some prick, you know. All up in my hair, thinks that I care. Following me here, following me there. These days I can't go nowhere. Ain't that your girl?
No, I ain't my girl.
I swear that's your girl.
It ain't my girl.
She got juice up.
Oh well.
She got jacked up.
Oh well. I swear it's your man.
I ain't got no man.
He was with that man.
He was just any man.
He got hotted up.
Oh well.
He got whacked up.
Oh, well.
Alright, she's a bad girl on the bus though. It's Captain Roscoe with a crossbow. She came, she got picked up, yo. Now that's what I love to get lost, ho. Dizzee Rascal come down like snow with freezing cold flows like Moscow.
He did a great job engineering this, because I can still understand him as a performer.
Big feet for the fool, so my big toe. I got no chaps, no chain, not much though. Get these, but you don't get lost though. No slack, but you might get a cocoa. Jambo coming through like Rambo.
Whoever engineered this did a nice job creating a pocket for this entertainer's voice.
Yo, some bitch, you know. She keep calling my phone. She don't leave me alone. Just moan and groan. She keep ringing me at home. These days I don't answer my phone.
That boy's some prick, you know. All up in my hair, thinks that I care.
I like the little synth line in the back, that little mono synth line.
These days I can't go nowhere. Ain't that your girl?
No, I ain't my girl.
I swear that's your girl.
It ain't my girl.
She got juice up.
Oh well.
She got jacked up.
Oh well. I swear it's your man.
I ain't got no man.
He was with that man.
He was just any man.
He got hotted up.
Oh well.
He got whacked up.
Oh well.
I like your girl, so you better look after your girl. Or I might take your girl, then make your girl my girl. Switch your girl with me show. Switch me show with Chantel. Play Chantel with Chanel. Lyrical clientele. Behind the bow cat, I don't like the smell. I'm the girl from the show when I make a boy I feel unwell. That girl from school, that girl from college. That girl gives brain, that girl gives knowledge. That girl gives head, that girl gives shine. That girl gives BJs.
That girl gives what?
She looks decent, she looks fine, but don't talk about wifey, she's not mine. She got battery 6 in her line. Believe that's not a good sign. Yo, some bitch, you know. She keep calling my phone. She don't leave me alone. Just moan and groan. She keep ringing me at home.
Alright, I thought I heard that.
My phone.
That boy's some prick, you know. All up in my hair, thinks that I care. Following me here, following me there. These days I can't go nowhere. Ain't that your girl?
No, I ain't my girl.
I swear that's your girl.
It ain't my girl.
This is one of the few times that I could actually hear the English accent in this. Somebody mentioned something from England. I went, oh, let me put my ear in that.
Oh well.
Dizzee Rascal.
You.
Real deep. It's all love.
Yeah, it is strong in
Rising
there.
and slew. Get me. Damn right, I'm articulate. I'm not an idiot. Never ain't an idiot. Trend nigga never said. This is the next step. I write the 2-step. Niggas better get set. I'm making yo wet. I'm articulate. I'm not an idiot. Never ain't an idiot. Trend nigga never said. This is the next step. I write the 2-step. Niggas better get set. I'm making yo wet.
I love you.
Well, as far as the track's concerned, I really enjoyed the rhythmic production of it and everything. It did sound like, you know, if he's the one that also did the engineering and all that sort of stuff, you know, really kind of sat down and chose 4 different things that he was just going to beat the shit out of through this whole track, as far as, you know, the deeper, synthier bottom end. And then there was that odd kind of percussion that kind of sounded like it was a reshaped percussion from, like, let's say, I forgot the name of the particular cymbals that they use in China for their older, more legacy style music. It's kind of a cymbal. But, you know, I was catching a good percentage of the rap lyrics. His cadence was really super cool, but I found that when I started listening to him a little closer so I can detect, you know, the English accent, I thought that was really cool too, because we've talked about that before in the past, on how, depending on where you are in the world, whether you're singing or rapping in this case and stuff like that, whether, albeit an accent or the tones in which that culture generates because of how they pronounce things, can add a very unique touch to music that otherwise listening to it with Western ears or something like that would be a really cool, super cool touch to the performance. So, yeah, crazy track it was. Thank you. It snows in Australia. Next up, we have Green Greenly Floating. Greenly Floating is our next listen here. And this song here is called Souvlaki Space Station. Souvlaki Space Station. It's from the band is Slowdive. This is one of their weirder songs. Neil is a primary songwriter for most of their tracks, but this one of very few that was co-written with the whole band. Okay. So here we go, guys. This is from the band Slowdive, and the name of the track is Souvlaki. Oi. Here it is. All right, start playing with my head with the psychedelic use of everything. Flange, phasers, delays, reverb. Is this kind of a clean shoegaze vibe? Oh, now I recognize it. Yeah, I'm looking at this. That's right. That's their thing. This is a great track, especially if like any footage of driving slow motion and stuff. I mean, that's what it's giving me in the listening experience, my theater of the mind creating that vibe. Yeah? No? But I mean, even a track like this instrumental would be great for, like, you know, drone flying over sunsets and waves and everything in slow motion. That's a great way to say it, Hamu. Or maybe just staring out the window while the snow is falling. I don't know, you guys create a scene in your head and tell me about it. What is this making you feel? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This would be like a red cap mushroom journey for me. You know if you know. I'm just saying. 16 grams in the desert. Damn. Heroic dose. Well, one thing's for sure, this song just lets you marinate in this, man. This is some crock pot cooking soundtrack if I ever heard it. Could be writing, Cynthia. It's that one little thing at the very end of the track. Kind of wakes you up to set the needle back. For those of you who remember setting the needle back. You know, for those of us that are here that are artists of any type, I'm sure most of us here are artists of music and, or have a passion, somehow in creating. You know, the thing is, it's wonderful to listen to music like this is that the creative zone that they're in, these artists or these bands that create particular music that puts you on these very unique these very unique trips, that you completely absorb inherently as a creator, and you are within, you funnel the source, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, hey, let's sit down and write some music and let's just do it. It's like you're really feeling the process of this creativity. I don't know. I lost what I was trying to say in that, trying to be eloquent, but I sounded more like an elephant, including that sneeze. But what I'm trying to say is that this really comes from a pure place within these artists that are doing this kind of music. All of them do. I don't care what the genres are. But this in particular, of letting it glide and glow and just kind of, these long form arrangements that are top to bottom, all tied notes. There's no stop starting anything. There's just this constant glide of music. You have to be in a very unique place to do that. I have anxieties. I shit you guys not. As a composer, I have, and tell me if any of you guys who are composers out there, if you go through the same thing. I actually get anxiety if I'm writing music and a change isn't happening within 8 bars. And it takes me so much work to just let something ride. Because my mind is kind of going to places where, ooh, this would sound good over here. Ooh, this would be really cool over here. Instead of it just letting it glide and ride, and that's what the magic is for a lot of this, You just feel like, I don't know. It's just an anxiety for me. Look, it's an anxiety for me to even talk about it. Hang on, let me call up my therapist. But that's what I'm talking about. It's just kind of like being able to sit there and say, I'm going to let a minute of this just be this. And I got to tell you, my other channel that is dying off awfully fast. It's so funny. But I'm getting so many unsubscriptions every month, like 50. I'm like, okay, I guess I suck that bad. But, that's Sounds of Tranquility channel that I have, which is all those kind of longer pieces, heady tracks. That is actually more work for me than writing, let's say, even if I had an attempt of writing math rock or something, would be, and even though that would be a learning curve for me to go through that process, it would be like, oh, but for me to just go and hold that chord down and then just find one patch that kind of does a little of this for like 40 seconds, I'm like, I can't do it. But I end up doing it, and that's why that channel's there. But anyhow, that's what that song got me into thinking, is what I was thinking. All right. Next up, Underwater Dojo, who has been waiting patiently. We have for Underwater Dojo here. This track is called Dizzee Irae. Dizzee. The name of the band is Believer. And I want to thank you. It's an earlier message, but I do feel better. Thank you. This is a little track from an experimental underground Christian trash band. What? Christian trash band. Never heard that. Never think I would have ever said that in any time of my life. From England in 1990s. So the quality isn't great, but it works. You might turn it up a bit. But I paid $60 to have the cassette imported. Now that's badass. That's dedication. That's true fandom. So good on you. Hold that tight to you. Would have regretted it, but this one track has been a staple ever since I heard it. Played it at my wedding and divorce. Wow, bro. So now we're really going to have to give this a lesson. There's probably a deeper story in there. I hope somebody hears what I heard in them. Or what I heard then. Okay, let's go. Underwater Dojo. Oh, thrash. Oh, I'm sorry. Me and my dyslexia, or I didn't read it right. My bad. I apologize for all the fans to say, what the fuck did he just say? Wow. Wonderful blend of textures in this. Sounds like their group bus maybe has a little flange on it or something. Wow. There's that unique sound design that's going around there, like kind of a whooshing metal. Was not expecting that. Mix. I think it's badass that you played this at both your wedding and your divorce. Kind of foreboding. That string lag. Little trem strings too. Let's add just one more little arrangement on top of it until we fade out. I don't know, there might be something left here because there's a lot of meat at the end of the bone here. Oh, there it is. This is 1990, guys. Isn't that like pre-Nightwish and that kind of symphonic metal vibe? Or was that at the very beginning of it? Wow, that was really badass. Never quite heard anything quite like that. And I really like the opening with the opera and the strings, but having the dark undertone with it, especially with that sound design. And in my head, I think because I had placed it in my head that I was thinking, okay, he played this at his wedding and he played it at his divorce. So what's the through line? And somehow I think you nailed it. Anybody who's been married and divorced, depending, of course, how the relationship all went in between it that ended up to the divorce. That's a very telling theater of the mind it creates. In the back of my mind, I was listening to this. I was going, okay, this is like, it's not quite quartet sounding, maybe a little baroque, not broke like broken, but baroque. Kind of a vibe to it. Her voice was phenomenal. Whoever this singer was just absolutely wonderful. And then there was that one note she hit. Vice grip over B. That would be my term for vice grip on the balls if you were a man. Sorry, that's stupid, but I said it. But it was a really super, super unique sounding track. And actually a few people threw it on their list. Stand by. I'm going to put this here in the chat just in case. Ricola. There you go, guys. I think somebody had mentioned that maybe the bot in Discord may not be working correctly or something, but just in case, here it is. But it's only on YouTube. Well, not only did I dig it, but a bunch of people on the chat dug it. So, and please be careful banging your head out in front of the hospital because they're going to just tackle your ass and give you a nice shot of Demerol. He's loose. He's loose, I tell you. Bring him in. You know. So, anyhow, hey, listen, thanks for hanging out, and thank you for being patient, Underwater Dojo. I appreciate it, because I did get backed up on everything, so I'm glad you enjoyed me enjoying it with you while you were over there headbanging at the hospital. Next up, I have, let's go with Hardcore, H-A-R-D, Core, K-O-O-O-R. Very well done. This is a game... a video game. I think it's the first game actually in our stream. We've had artists and bands. So this one is called, the game is called Silent Hill 2. I think I've already done something from Silent Hill, haven't I? Yes. Akira Yamaoka. Sorry, composer. You know I'm going to rip that one a new one. Hey, and you also caught it live and you're here, Hardcore. Fantabulous. Everybody say hi to Hardcore. Chatting in the house here. Thank you for being patient. I know you did this a couple days ago, so we're finally here with it. The name of the song is Heaven's Night, Alone in the Town. And the message is, this is trip-hop ambient. Ooh, I like that. Game is psychological horror in dark and foggy settings. What's unique about this OST is how, despite the darkness and grittiness, it also has those nostalgic, beautiful, even calming qualities to many of the tracks. Fits perfectly the tortured and tragic vibe of the game. I can kind of connect with that. What are the games that I've played actually that have a little bit of that vibe? Nightmare. What was that? Little Nightmares, and also what was the one you guys had me playing for Halloween? I could never get through. I was just always spazzing out because I couldn't figure out a way through it. Soma, yes, that one too. All right, guys, let's see what Hardcore wants us to check out. Let's go. Yeah. This is like horror hopeful. A little dissonance in that ambience there. Plays into that horror. And those are only carryover tones that make it all collidey sounding. Right there. There's that mellow glass pad in the back that we're hearing that I really like. It's the tail ends of the chord change that collide right here. Plays really good into kind of a darkness, like an ugly hall. Judgment, I can see how this has that vibe to it. Makes a little more sense now as I'm listening to it, that you gave me the description. I recognize that bell sound from Omnisphere. I'm really digging this vibe right here. Really nice, man. It's a 2-chord pattern. really love it. Oh, the way it cut off like that. Wow, that was a super... I like the second, you know, this was obviously 2 tracks that were in there. The first one had a little bit more of a forceful, like kind of giving you that glassy... those pads were a little more, I think, encroaching on, I think, what was said earlier in the description. Darker journey vibes. Whereas this one... was anybody's kind of, you know, glide back down to reality from a heroic dose kind of track, you know, where you could be just staring over the waters, the sunsets, or whatever it is, in that kind of a vibe, you know, being present, but being still kind of, you know, maneuvered by the music and stuff, just kind of sink into this kind of heady bob, you know, and I really dug that. And once again, that's paying homage, too, to having the ability to let just a couple of chords play and run and soak in there and just... You know, this is like, I'm getting schooled here as you know, I'm the old Obi-Wan Kenobi out of the cave, but then when the young Jedi show up, I go, oh, that's a great move. What's that? Oh, new move. Oh, geez, there's a, what, you know? And then I go back in my cave and I go, the music world's in good hands. Obi-Wan Kajibski has spoken. Oh, no, I know. I love Ren and Stimpy, too. No, it's not, but I do love Ren and Stimpy. I think I binged Ren and me and my younger brother. He used to come over when I had the recording studio in Studio City, and the golf course was actually across the street. What a badass setup, right? I had the recording studio, and then there was a pitch and putt golf course across the street where he's a teaching pro. And then so he'd come over and have a few beers and whatever else, you know, would end around the house, ending up in our body for like consumption. And we had a videotape, a VHS tape, of course, was already old in the day, of all Ren and Stimpy. We would just sit there, just bust out laughing and stuff. You know, you idiot. Loved Ren and Stimpy. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Powdered Toast Man was badass, no pun. You know? But I love that scene when Ren is like coveting his ice cream. But it's a soap bar. You see, come on, you know if you know, right? Ren and Stimpy, happy, joy. How could you not do that? Come on, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch one Ren and Stimpy short little stuff. Let's see what I got here for some Ren and Stimpy. Just got to do it, cause yeah, I can. Let's see, Ren and Stimpy. Let's see, we'll choose one. There's Happy Joy. No, we already did Happy Joy. Let me see. Let's choose one here. How about this one? Log, no. Ren and Stimpy, which one? Oh, the Madness. This is badass. This is the one.
You like the same things I do. Wax paper. Boiled football leather. Dog bread. We're not hitchhiking anymore. We're riding.
Stop it. You're talking crazy.
Oh, no. I know what you want. You coveted my ice cream bar.
Come on now.
No, you don't. You can't take it from me now. I've had this ice cream bar since I was a child. People always trying to take it from me. Why won't they leave me alone?
Easy now.
Back off, man! Don't make me use this! One step closer, I'm warning you! Don't make me use it!
So delirious.
Now you've done it! You forced me to use it!
Listen to the music.
I'm hurting.
So Peter Lorre.
You poor crazy kid.
Captain's log. I'm tired. So tired. I can't believe my own partner attacked me. Maybe if I occupy his mind with more duties, I can control his space madness.
Too funny. Anyhow. But it was funny. But wait a second. If you listen to the music, what's unique about this is all licensed music.
Now listen, cadet. I've got a job for you. See this button?
Oh, this is a good one. We got to watch this one.
It's the history eraser button, you fool!
So what'll happen?
That's just it.
Kind of like how I felt when I was the Composer Lounge as
Maybe
a
something
reactor.
bad. Maybe something good. I guess we'll never know. Because you're going to guard it. You won't touch it, will you?
Head game. I love this when the announcer guy comes in and tempts him.
Oh, how long can trusty Cadet Stimpy hold out? How can he possibly resist the diabolical urge to push the button that could erase his very existence? Will his tortured mind give in to its uncontrollable desires? Can he withstand the temptation to push the button that even now beckons him ever closer? Will he succumb to the maddening urge to eradicate history at the mere push of a single button? The beautiful, shiny button! The jolly, candy-like button!
We need to catch some of this for my button mistakes.
Can he hold out? No, I can't!
Here's me pressing the end of the stream.
Tune in next week as...
That we should clip that out somehow and make it like a thingy for our channel. I don't know how to do that, the GIF or I don't know, whatever, or maybe take a picture of the pressing the button or something like that. I don't know. That's just such my life story here on the stream, you know. Oh my God, yeah. Well, actually, the music on that, funny enough, though, is all that music was licensed from music library work. So briefly, if you don't know, you guys know that that's my life was a composer, close to 40 years of doing music for publishers and stuff like that for music libraries. But the music library world has been going all the way since the 30s, actually, when smaller movies or something like that would actually make their music available to relicense. A lot of times it was used in-house. You know, music that was in Paramount would be used for Paramount stuff that were like, you know, movies that didn't have the same budgets or they needed something shorter and stuff like that. And that progressed all the way through the 50s and the 60s and stuff. There was always licensable internal music within production houses like Paramount, MGM, et cetera, until it became more of a broader thing through the 80s. And then it really built up through the 90s. And I just happened to be at the right place in the right time. And I, held on to that zip line and was able to craft a career out of it. And actually, I've said this before, and I'll say it now since we're talking about that subject. I got into the music library by accident because, I'm going to say it, somebody bumped into me from the, let's say, the adult movie softer side of the industry, was hard up for music, no pun. And I was like, well, what are you looking for? I went, well, we don't have the money for that. I went, oh, that's easy. I can just write you a bunch of these things, do about 10 different reduced mixes. And then now you can have your brown chicken, brown cow music. So, yeah, exactly. So that was actually the illegitimate entrance of myself into the background music business as having music, writing it for somebody, but keeping the rights, but licensing it out. So that was my beginning in it, brown chicken, brown cow. But oddly enough, my music, I think I mentioned this once before, the music that I wrote for that particular adult-y, filmy little thingy was really a more avant-garde and ambient because they were trying to make a little bit of a name for themselves for being more cinematic and more, ethereal. A lot of the scenes actually were a lot like that Eyes Wide Shut type stuff. It was almost identical to that Eyes Wide Shut kind of vibe. People in masks and in robes, but they were having sex, but the music had to be more ethereal and more kind of, and I was like, all right, Yeah, I actually still have some of that music, but it's somewhere on a, believe it or not, it's probably somewhere on a CD. It's in my locker, my music storage thing, but yeah. So that was my beginnings for it. Anyhow, little music history for you guys. Coming from Ren and Stimpy. We went from Ren and Stimpy to somehow adult, soft, hardcore. No, that stuff. I'm going to stop talking. Why don't we continue on? Hi, let's do this. Try the veal. Okay, here we go. Next up is... Oh, shit. Yeah, wax cylinder. That's hilarious. Considering the motion was the same. Grindy, 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 grindy. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. The adult show on Nickelodeon, too. Of all. That's what a juxtaposition that is. It's Nickelodeon, but it has the adult thing on it. I remember the old days when cable first came out. I thought it was hilarious. I said, this has to be planned this way. I don't know how. But back in the day, maybe in the 80s when cable first came out, if I couldn't have been the only one to notice this, but they had a music channel right next to the adult channel. Like, what the connection? I was like, oh, no. And then right next to it would be like some kind of church channel. You know, so all of the wandering arts, if you would. You had like MTV, and then you had church channel, and then you would have like when Playboy first got into that whole legitimate aspect of it. I thought it was pretty funny. Something like that. What are you gonna do? I'm just old. Premium channels for the win. All right, guys, let's get back into the game because I digressed, as I do because I can. Next up is going to be from Henderblur. Henderblur, this is all the way from February 2nd. Thank you for being patient. I apologize. That's why I'm doing this remake session here. And so let's see. Here we're doing a band called Siraph. The name of the track is Hyos. Hey Jeebs, this is the band that Annabelle, the Argentine-Japanese singer that I was requesting a bit ago, is a part of. It's hard to pin this down to a specific genre. They play around with a bunch of sounds as a band ranging from rock, funk, electronica, jazz, and even some R&B. Oh, that'll be nice. That's a nice little crock pot of goodness. This song specifically jumps around a lot. Hope you enjoy. All right. Well, thank you once again, Henderbrother, for your patience. And let's go ahead and see what this is all about. All right. Someone's working those harmonics. Wow. Wow, this is wonderful. What a beautiful track. I love the tempo in which the piano is being performed. A nice fill. Oh, listen to that bass. Beautiful. It's fretless. It's got to be. Listen to the buzz in it. Oh, that rubbery and slipperiness of the bass on this is such a wonderful texture against all the other percussiveness of the arrangements. Yeah, turn up. The bass is kind of the bass of the track, you know, kind of keeping us locked in. Wow. Love some of the sound design in the back as well. Slick little ending there. That last, let's say, 25, 30 seconds of the arrangement was the time in the song where you would turn off. For me, I was able to turn off a little bit of that, like, super detailed listening experience and just settle into what they were playing there. There was so much movement going on in those arrangements. Her voice was beautiful, but because there's so much going on, I think it really kind of it can tax you if your orchestral listening skill set isn't set on a certain vibe. I'm trying to choose my words wisely through this. So it's the kind of a listen where you are searching for something, like when Turnip had jumped in and said the bass is doing it. Even through my experience of listening to music the way I do try to find that one thing that I can kind of find as like the whoopee, the safety arrangement, if you would, of the track. And the bass did that for me. I mean, yes, I had the count off and I had the meters kind of squared up and stuff, and was enjoying the counter rhythmic aspect of it, of what was happening arrangement-wise and stuff. But the bass was so just molasses bold, and it could have been a Chapman stick actually, but there was a very unique little tone to that bass. But the bass, to me, like Turnip had said, the bass was kind of that thing that really kind of like, okay, I feel comfortable here, because there were so much beautiful arrangements going on there. So Henderblur, sorry, you just came in for the meat and potatoes of it, but the rest, this will be exported, so you can see it on the VOD. And thank you for being so patient. I know you did this a while ago, and I'm finally getting, that's why I'm doing this makeup session today. So I appreciate you hanging out as well, and thank you for the dono. Next up is Lissan's Muse. Who is Lissan's Muse? Lissan's Muse. Just want to let everybody know, as a courtesy, please do not boost any donos today. They will not get done. This is a makeup session. But I will skate into a little bit of some cheese at the end of this. I'll do a couple of wheelie cheesies, okay? Lissan's Muse. This is a band called Melanie de Biasio. The name of the track is With Love, Sweet Darling Pain, with Gilles Peterson and Simbad remix. Oh, it's a remix of sorts. So here is the message. Well wishes to you and your mom. Jeeps, thank you so much, because I know you did this before. Mom's doing good. Just want to let you know, thank you. I've been feeling the wave of fear and anxiety here in the U.S., but also feeling the strength and love of the community here. That's very powerful. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. Here's a soulful tune from Melanie de Biasio, a Belgian singer and flautist. All right. So happy to have members like this in the community as well. So here we go. Let's listen to this together. if those are shakers, if that's not brushes on a snare. I love this. This is like a light chain gang kind of vibe. Must be the remix element of it. Fuzzy light snare trap. I mean, that leads me to believe that everything that we're listening to percussively is coming out of a module. Not saying that you can't combine the two, but there's a particular tightness that's happening there that leads me to believe that that's the case, but and the sounds, of course.
As long as we believe.
I mean, this is a remix too, so I'm assuming that the melody, her vocals, are part of the original.
Sweet darling babe, your cash upon soul.
Going on percussively, but it's really well done with her melody and then some of the pad tones in the back. Kind of, it doesn't stress you out, even though it's cooking. A lot of fun ear candy dynamically with the stereo imaging and stuff. What a fun track to listen to. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to see what the original sound like. The official single. Okay, so this is the original. Definite remix, yeah? Just listen to a little bit of this. So there's the melody. So they must have got the vocal stem or removed it, perhaps with a piece of software. This is smooth as fanala.
Sweat out in pain, losing our kingdom in tears. Sweat out in pain, losing our wisdom for years.
Smoky bar, Cavassier, cigar smoke.
Straight men somewhere, rebels in slavery. Faked and so square. Cynical.
Beautiful little nuances in the recording of her voice. Very well recorded.
Sweet darling shame, your ketchup on the soul.
Hell, I've listened to half of it, might as well listen to the rest of it, yeah.
Sweet darling shame, we're no living for. Need for understanding.
Love the piano in this as well.
In time will pass on, but be treated in pure loving. In time will pass on, but one time to lose, one time to win. As long as we're willing, one time to love, one time to leave. As long as we believe.
Love the piano work on this. Once again, another buttery marination of it all. I'm glad we took the opportunity to listen to the original. They were both really good. The first track was really, you know, it's a remix, right? Obviously. And but this, listening to this and being able to A/B it, you know, this has that like super sexy, smoky bar romantic kind of torch vibe, if you would. And her voice is beautiful, and it was a wonderfully written and performed track as well. Especially with the piano playing, you know, the phrasings that the piano player was using. And kind of allowing the piano to kind of in rubato, or in making up its own time. Slow up, speed down, slow up, speed down, slow down, speed up. That goes to show you guys, this is why the shit that I say is like, you know, you got to be here for it. Anyhow, it was a beautiful track, man. And I'm glad we had an opportunity to listen to the original version as well. Okay, next up, Ma Pa. Ma Pa. I think I just saw you actually chime in with a comment, Mr. or Mrs. I don't know. Ma Pa. Let's see what Ma Pa would like. Let's go. Ma Pa says let's go. So let's go. Ma Pa wants us to listen to some electronica. Or electronic, I'm sorry. I added the ka to it. The name of the artist is Ott. I think we've done something from Ott. OTT. The name of the song is The Queen of All Everything. Hello. Never seen much talk about Ott, and I love his stuff a lot. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I might be sleeping when you do this live, but enjoy the VOD. Well, guess what, Dudamus? You are not. So now I present to you Ott. I know that you like it a lot, and I like green eggs and ham. I'm sorry, I did do that, didn't I? That was such a mess. Here we go. Lovely little chorus on that electric piano. Or eclectic piano. This is really pretty. I love that it came in with something. I was really kind of getting into the water and the birds as well. A complete experience. That little metal keyboard in the back is indicating there's going to be a really fun tempo enhancement. I like the Vocaloid-ish melody that we're hearing over this. Such a nice glide. I'm really intrigued by how they're doing this melody, whether it's with one of the vocal tube thingies or... But this mix is beautiful too. And there's a really super nice sweep arpeggiation that's kind of filtering in and out. That right there. Really enjoying the growth in arrangement in its production. Drums are filling out a little more. See where he steps into. I recognize a little bit of the RMX module in there. This is a wonderful build-up arrangement-wise. what the kick is doing here in this pattern is really making it. Yeah, that's the way to bring it back in. Love that. This is so well done. They're sneaking that beautiful little electric piano back there. Did you hear that? That was so well done. Hang on. Excuse me. Such a drift track. You know? Like, funny enough, you know, the theater of the mind, we all will create imaging when we're listening to music and we don't have anything like that's being fed to us via video. But what I loved about this, thank you, Rotten. What I loved about this track is like, if there was a almost 8 minute version of Forrest Gump without music or without anything that would interfere music wise, and there was an 8 minute version of him when he's running through all the different beautiful places, watching the sunrise or reflection and stuff, but it was done in slow motion, this would have been an ace piece of music for something like that. You know, and it gives you that vibes of like experiencing life and, you know, I mean, to each his own, right? But the vibe that it gave me is that kind of vibe where you're experiencing watching sunrise or just vibing with everything and just getting locked into kind of a groove energy flow with Mother Nature or the planet or something like that. It was a beautiful track. As a matter of fact, I am going to save this for myself. And thank you so much, man. That was bold ass. Put it over here. And a thank you. Alrighty, and if you guys want, here. If you guys want to check it out yourself, there's a link right there. Loved it, Mopaw. I thought it was a wonderful track, and I'm so stoked you brought it to this stream. So, at least selfishly, I'm stoked. I loved it. I'm saving it. So, next up, Jekzira. Jekzira. Is a you be hira? Are you hira? Jekzira. Let's see. There he is. Jekzira's in the house. Oh, we're bringing it today. Guys, we're bringing it today. Change the vibe around. I know you know this band. This is Green Day coming up right now. The song is Bobby Sox Live. Here's a live version of Bobby Sox from the newest album. Green Day is one of my favorite bands and my favorite show ever that I've ever seen live multiple times. Fun fact, the footage with the cat whiskers was part of the ongoing prank wars between Green Day and the Lindas on tour. Oh, that's funny. You got to have fun when you're having fun, and especially when you're entertaining with music and having fun on stage. So let's have fun together here. Jekzira is bringing us sounds from Green Day. Let's go. Nice crowd. I think they'll make some gas money to get home.
We're not done yet.
Oh, wow. What a ginormous stadium.
Do you wanna be my girlfriend? I'll take you to a movie that we've already seen. Or sit at home and watch reruns. There's no other place I wanna be.
Oh, that bass sounds phenomenal. He's a picker. Bass player. That's a massive stadium, Jesus. He still has it in him. How much fun must that be? I would say this is one of their more mellower tracks, if you would, a little more subdued than the other ones I've ever heard. Oh, they're in Brazil. Nice, Phil. Dr. Phil. What an incredible legacy Green Day's carved for themselves. I knew they were going to be just ginormous the very first time I heard one of their first songs back when they released, I think, what was it called? American something or other. I can't remember what it was. But I heard them and I was like, these guys are going to be so freaking huge. And it also had an impact too. I think, Green Day was pretty well received amongst the surfer community, the skate community and stuff like that. I don't know if it did that genre cross up with skate rock, surf rock or something. Yeah, Dookie. That was the one. Thank you. When Dookie came out, and because remember, I wasn't really into radio and stuff, so I didn't know it was hot or not. I was either writing it, arranging it, or I was surfing or skiing or doing whatever, playing hockey back in the 90s and so on and so forth. But I just knew they were going to be huge, just with the attitude, the performance, and everything, and the sound and the whole thing. What I really never pinned is that they were kind of like are they called kind of like a punk rockabilly? Would that be like a fair kind of combo, if you would? Something of that nature. And but I as just an outsider looking at them, you know, inside their snow globe of musical existence there, I was just like, these guys are going to crush. These guys are going to absolutely crush, you know? You know, something like that. I don't know. If Espy was in the house, there's Espy. What would you say it was? They were a 90s version of punk. Espy and Lisa, they're my go-to, you know, when I scramble egg genres, you know, they'll come up into the rescue there. But anyhow, nonetheless, I thought, yeah, Stray Cats was definitely more rockabilly. And obviously with that, too, had a very unique approach in their musicianship and their arrangements and performance, you know, the way they would play and stuff. But anyhow, it was great to hear some Green Day. Thank you so much for bringing it in the house. Jake! And thanks for being patient, man. I know you were sitting out there for a minute going, oh my God, I haven't listened to his stuff. Next up is Great Sage Sun. Great Sage Sun? I don't know if you're in the house or not, but let's see what we got here from Great Sage Sun. This is, oh man, you're going to make me pronounce this? He's probably not here to help me out. Hey, Jerdman, how you been? Let's see what I got here. Please forgive me, but it sounds like it's going to be a song about an apocalypse, but the name of the band is Die Apocalyptischen Reiter. Die the name of the song is Ihr Gott ist der Tod. Just roll with it. You know I'm not going to say that right. I've specifically chosen a not live version of this one purely because the music video is a fantastic piece of art in of itself and an evocative accomplishment. All right, let's do this. I'm sorry I shredded the name of the band and the song, but I guess you guys know what it is. Here we go. Caught me off guard. That's some smoke and blast beat over somebody pirouetting. Very unique choice. I'm not looking, I'm just listening to the music. Dark German metal. Blast beat mastery. All right, that's kind of cool, video-wise. Nice little adjustment in the vibe here. Did you just go into a major third on that? Wow. This is a nice arrangement. This is another one of those songs like we heard earlier in the stream that really breaks it up a lot. Keep the authenticity of the heaviness, but adding little arrangements to the piano and opening it up to other experiences. See, just like with the vocals. Little dancing, little strings. I wonder if they are acrobatic performers in the video, or is he the lead singer? Oh, they're performers only, okay. Well, he was right. It definitely is a great representation of video and music. Yeah, I was really liking the dynamics in the composition. It definitely has. It's definitely in that darker metal, heaviness that comes. That Euro. There's another band from Germany that's very well known for this particular style. But what I liked about this is that there was a really nice separation in textures when they decided to go off and give you a little bit of this and just a little dose of this, just so that the experience sonically isn't a grind out track that's going to blast beat your brains out for 6 minutes. There's some nice pad work, and then also another surprise of having the female vocal is coming in there as well. So great kind of spinning of the Lazy Susan and giving us that experience vocally with the darker, harsher, metal growly, pig squealy man's voice, and then coming in with the glassy, which I guess, since I know nothing of the lyrics of the song or anything, but at least by putting the song together with what the video was, it's this kind of back and forth between good and evilish kind of stuff that was going on there. But I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah. And who did that one? Was that Great Sage Son? Was that you? I appreciate you and I also appreciate you. I know you asked for this a couple days ago and finally got to it. So, excuse me. Okay, 1999, 99. You are up next. And we are going to be doing a track. Oh, a video game, you say? Yes, of course. From Assassin's Creed 2. And this is a fan-made video, though. So I don't know what to expect there. So let's see what this is all about. This is Assassin's Creed 2. Creed 2. Creed. Didn't we? No. It looks and almost sounds familiar. I don't know if we've done this already, but I love it. Sounds great. Yeah, this is a different one, for sure. So just that I get this is Assassin's Creed music, but this version is a fan-made video that the fan took different scenes. Am I correct? Make the video? Somebody help me with that. Oh, it is Asteroid? Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay. So this sounds like this particular piece of music might actually be the theme. Or something very... has a cutscene vibe. I love the subtleness through this whole track. We hear this acoustic guitar work and the strumming, but it's very hard left, hard right. See? That was actually going through the whole track. Ooh, nice little synthy sweep. Right there. Well, this guy did a really super duper job on the video, without a doubt, assembling it. A lot of you guys going, damn it, I gotta go play this again. The track was really, really, the composition is familiar to me, because I think the last time I watched a mashup like this, from like a fan-made thing, also emphasized one of the more thematic pieces. As I'm reading here too, this has this. I think Jakin is saying that this has the motif, le motif of it is the through and through. But it definitely had. What's it? This motif became. Oh, it became the main theme. Great Sage Sun is saying. So, which. My small noob understanding of games is you always have some kind of opening title scene, or maybe it's the music that's playing while you're setting up, getting your gear together or something of that nature. But it does have that medieval, Renaissance-y kind of vibe in its production. Obviously there's action involved in it, so you're hearing a lot of that, percussive string arrangement, or, ostinato type work in it. But what I liked about it is that the essence of it is still that kind of Italian-y Euro kind of, or if that would be a medieval-looking town. And for some reason, in my mind, nothing is medieval in the music until you're playing one of those mandolin-style instruments. You know what I mean? There's just something about that. I don't know what the name of the instrument is. It's the triangle version of a mandolin. Because remember, I'm not an ethnomusicologist. I just write the stuff. So that kind of leans into it. When I hear it, I say, okay, good. I'm recognizing this. We're not trying to go too far away from that. So, Ezio's too. I did do Ezio's theme somewhere in like my RPG's music reaction channel. So, all right, guys, let's do some Wheel of Cheese now, folks. I'm sorry, Shadow Dane, a Coral Reef, and the Driver. You guys parachuted in today with donations, and thank you so much for the dono boosts. But I'm going to have to save those when I come out. You'll be pole position. You guys will be the first ones. So, you know, if you're on my Discord or, you know, make sure that you get notifications. But this was strictly just a dono makeup. So I apologize if you kind of go, ugh, really, bruh? But I just want to kind of stick to that. I'm going to do a couple of Wheel of Cheese, and then I'm going to bail out. But I want to thank you guys because I could see you guys did parachute in for that. So on my next stream, you guys will be right up there on that. Yeah, it did. I did yours earlier, as a matter of fact. Logan, didn't you hear me from yesterday? Let me see. Hang on for 1 second now. Because I know I did yours at the last second. So I just want to look for your name here and see what's going on here. Briefly, just because. Do I see you here in the Wheel of Cheese? No, I don't see you here in the Wheel of Cheese, but I know I did one of your tracks yesterday. That was a special call out because we kind of comboed and found your reaction thingy. Yeah, it was yesterday. Okay. No worries, though. It'll end up on YouTube. So, all right, guys, let's do some Wheel of Cheese. Wheel of Cheese coming right up, folks. That's not our Wheel of Cheese. That's yesterday's. I've got to clear it. And let's go ahead and do some queso nuevo. Remember, nothing over 7 minutes or it gets automatically booted. Oh, look at that. Not a lot of people in for the newbie doobie. Okay, guys, you ready for some speen? We speen. I don't see anybody saying speen. I usually have one person say speen. Hello? Hello in the chat? Anybody? I see the spin emojis. There it is. Babaj. Let's go. All right, now we got speen. Very unique way of putting speen in there, Leon. Okay, here we go. Who's coming in? Who's coming in? Oh, it looks like we're sticking with the yellow, and this is Rusty Balls. You know you're going to get us to laugh at Rusty Balls, right? Okay, so let's see what Rusty Balls would like us to check out. Rusty Balls would like... Oh, we're doing a game. And we are going to be listening to some music from... The Legend of Heroes. Trails from Zero. This is a light illuminating the depths. This is a super arrangement version, so I don't know what that means. Greetings from Denmark. Here's a Falcom super arranged version of the final dungeon theme from Zero no Kiseki. Okay, guys, let's do this. All right. Probably gonna be like a house ravey kind of vibe. By the way, it's setting up. Yeah, it could be a D&B one. MP3. Got more of a house disco basic setup. And for me, sometimes I go to that when I hear the hi-hat going. Kind of a Satriani vibe. Doesn't it? Yeah? this. This is fun. It has a very optimistic vibe to it. I'm digging this. Nice and hype. For some reason, the tone of the guitars and the way it's being played right now is really reminding me of kind of the Joe Satriani Surfing with the Alien vibe. I don't know, maybe I'm off on that, but it's just how I'm feeling it. It has that good old, if I may say so, since I don't know, I take it this is an anime, right? It has that anime style, melodic, you know, go for it, capture you with the big fat hook thing. Oh, it's a game. Okay. The artwork looks just a little more anime-ish to me, but I'm definitely not a good judge on that. It's anime adjacent. Yeah, that would be a good way to put it. Yeah, Lisa, and that's very Satriani-ish-y. Yeah, so there's this ravey disco house thing going in there. You know? Hey, Bobby, how are you? Bobby Baloney. How are you coming in at the end of my stream here? But anyhow, good to see you here. Yeah, so for my lack of a genre, you know, ability, if you would, is to say that it did, for me, what Lisa and I were talking about guitar-wise, it had that Satriani vibe from the 80s, you know, Surfing with the Alien kind of tone to it. But that I've always been confused with different with house or disco. I understand the rave a little more, Euro rave, a little more fried synthy sounds and stuff that would be used. But for me, in my mind, anytime, because that's when I pretty much kind of quit playing drums when I was in the 70s for bands, because bands started making the transition into disco, and I just so hated that. You know, you guys see how ADHD, A, B, C, D, E, F, Jeebs I am. So for me to sit there and go for like 15 minutes, I'm like, you're high. And my bass player used to get so pissed at me because I'd lag because I'd be so bored. Nonetheless, when I hear that kind of programming or that kind of playing in these kind of songs, I automatically think it's, are we doing, you know, the disco vibe? Is that the predominant part of the style? So I don't know. What do I know? I'm just saying. I thought the track moved. It grooved. It fried. There's no lie. Oh my God, that's the worst. Come on, let's do some more cheese. Let's do some queso, queso pobre. What do we say? We do some queso pobre. All right, so let me do this. Thank you, Rusty Balls, for your tainty encroachment on our stream. Here we go. Let me see. And let's see what this looks like. Oh, everybody's here. Okay. Patty Cakes just got right in. All right, let's see what we got, guys. Here we go. No sputtering cheese wheel. Oh, Arctic Banana. Also one of our legacy Minecrafters on the server that we have as well. Let's see what Arctic Banana would like. Arctic Banana wants us to check out. I don't think he's with us this morning. Because I'm sliding in right now. Okay, this is a band called Gotye, Got Cheese, Got Brie. I don't know how you say it. But the name of the band is that, Gotye. And the name of the track is Bronte. So let's go ahead and check this out. Arctic Banana, you won. How cool is that? You guys are going to have to ping him in Discord or something. Let him know. Okay, let's see what we got here. Love this. I like this a lot.
And your feet are cold, and your body cannot stop rocking. I know it hurts to let go.
I like this. There's a lot of unique music that comes out of Australia. Very creative. Video's nice though, as well.
We found you. You have been a friend.
Nice.
And your voice still echoes in the hallways of this house, but now's the end. We will be with you when you're leaving.
A little bit of a heartbreaking, sad kind of vibe.
Be with you when you go.
I mean, I can hear the lyrics well enough to understand what is happening, but the video as well. It's a wonderful marriage of music and video here. And the very subtle, soft, emotional arrangements. What a beautiful track. No, seriously, in the sense that along with the video, so what I don't know, since I don't believe I've ever listened to anything from the band Gotye, is if this was a song that was specifically written, the video was made for the song as a release, or if this was actually a song, a part of a bigger experience, like maybe a highlight song from a movie of sorts, an animated show. I mean, obviously, in this, I can detect the fact that she's really sad that she's leaving her friends, whatever this may mean, whatever those four deities or whatever it might be to her. And also the unique horns, too, on each one of them. I guess maybe they represent something special, but it sounds like it would be something, and the visual, like it would be an excerpt of something maybe much larger. I don't know. But what I will say is what I said earlier, from Australia, there's such unique types of music that come out there that, excuse me, that lends itself to very, how do I say this? It's just a completely, I hear a lot of music that comes out of Australia that has such its own unique vibe to it. I guess that would be the way to say it. That really lends itself to some really super cool music. I sound like I'm repeating myself, but I am kind of at a loss for trying to find the right words to say, I love this track. I could just say that. I love this track. I love the subtleness of the arrangements and the instruments that were used to give us that kind of ambient, ethereal vibe. But I think what was also paramount about this was that kind of drum percussion that was just kind of keeping us in kind of a heartbeat for the story. So, and I was involved in watching the video as well, So, anyhow, guys, listen. That's it. This was a dono makeup session. I can't thank you guys enough for dropping in and hanging out wherever you are in the world. Like I said, I did have some donos that were boosted today, but this wasn't going to be for that. But Shadow Dane, a Coral Reefer, and the Driver, you guys are going to be my top 3 the second I start my next stream. So be sure that you guys are either on my Discord or just make sure you have notifications pinged on your Twitch. So when you come on, you guys are going to come in for that. So, but yeah, thank you so much, man. I had such a wonderful time with this. This was just a couple of hours, I think I've been on.